ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीरमणाय। Today we will read verse number 17 and then verse number 18. Bhutam bhavishyaccha bhavatsvakale tadvartamanasya vihaya tattvam hasyana kim syad gatabhavicharcha vinaykasankhyaam gananevaloke विनैकसंख्यां गणनेवलोके क्व भाति दिक्कालकथा विनास्मान् दिक्काललीलेह वपुर्वयं चेत् न क्वापि भामो न कदापि भामो वयं तु सर्वत्र सदा च भामः। Once again, क्व भाति दिक्कालकथा विनास्मान् दिक्काललीलेह वपुर्वयं चेत् न क्वापि भामो न कदापि भामो वयं तु सर्वत्र सदा च भामः। वयं तु सर्वत्र सदा च भामः। So in the verse number 17, the concept of time has been explained by Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi. And he says that time is actually concept of our mind. It is not something which we can call it as real thing. It is empirical reality, you can say Vyavaharik Satya. It is not absolute reality. Paramarthik Satya is not time. Time is measured when there is a sequence. If there is no sequence, we cannot measure time. Last time we have discussed this point. And therefore they say time is relative. There are two types of time. One is clock time and other is real time. Clock time is that which we see in the watch, but real time is that which we experience. We all must have observed our mind that when we are happy, then time flies. We are not aware of time. It just passes so fast, so quickly. And then we say, oh, time is over. But when we are sorrowful, we are unhappy, there is so much of stress in the mind, and the situation outside is not so conducive, so favorable, then we see that time is not moving. Time appears as ages. That 1 hour we feel that it is moving so slow. So what does it show? That even though the watch is saying that 1 hour has been passed, but in my mind I don't feel that way. So person to person, the experience of time varies. That is real time. Then further, if we analyze this concept of time, we will come to know that we are living in this planet called Earth, and Earth is rotating in a particular speed. It is moving around the sun, and according to movement of that Earth and the position of sun, we have calculated time. We have fixed the concept of time, that this much time is called 1 hour, this much time is called 24 hours, 1 day, 1 week. Suppose if we move to another planet, just imagine, then the whole concept of time will change. Like in Bhagavad Gita it is said, for Brahma ji, in the chapter 8th chapter, he has discussed this point. And he says, millions of years when pass, then only Brahma ji feels that 1 minute has been passed. According to his watch, 1 minute is millions of human, you can say, hours. Once it so happened that somebody performed tapas. He observed fast and strictly he observed all the rules of that austerity. And he thought that now I will get boon from Brahmaji. So he went to Brahmaji, and he said, I have done this tapas. Now please give me boon. Var, it is called var. Brahmaji says, okay, I know that you have done successfully, but please wait for a minute, I am very busy. And that minute means according to Brahmaji's watch. Now still that person is waiting. Millions of years when they will pass, then only 1 minute will be there for Brahmaji. So point is, for different gods, time is different. Even when we go to dream state, in dream state also concept of time is there. But there the watch or the clock moves in different way. They say the longest dream is of 1.5 minutes of waking state. But in that 1.5 minute, in that dream, we may see our entire life. Lifespan can be seen in that 1.5 minute of waking state. So the concept changes. It is so relative. That's why here it is said that if we analyze this time, then we will come to know that past, present and future, in this way we measure time. But the essence of all three is present, because present becomes future, present becomes past. When future will be experienced, it will be experienced as present only. So the essence of time is present. And again, if we inquire what is that which can be called as present, then we will come to know the only thing which is always there, that is consciousness, which never becomes past or future. Consciousness is continuously there without any change. So consciousness is timeless, beyond time. and that consciousness is me, therefore I am timeless. See, generally what we say in outside, world, that live in present, live in present. What do you mean by that? Meaning, don't worry about future, don't think about your past incidents, that is okay. But really, if I want to live in present, I will have to see that thing which is always there. Because everything is changing so fast. The moment I say that this is the present moment, it will become past. So the only thing which is present now, that is me only. That's why there is one book, Power of Now. We keep on thinking about future or past, memories and past incidents. But really, if we want to enjoy this life, try to see what is that which is present. The presence of consciousness is always there. It is never absent. So without this consciousness, you cannot measure time. The essence of time is me only. Now he explains what is the concept of space, because space and time, they are like two sides of a coin. So when we talk of time, we will have to discuss about space also, because time cannot be measured without bringing space into the picture. And I think in the last class we have already discussed that. If that hand of watch is moving, it needs space. Sun appears to be moving, it needs space. Then only we feel the concept of time, then only we experience time. So if space is not there, sequence won't be there, and then we cannot measure time. That's why immediately after the explanation of time, he talks about space. Space and time, they are two empirical realities. There is no doubt about it. Without space and time, we cannot act in this world outside. We have to keep these two things into consideration. Then only we can talk of anything, we can do anything. But here he says that again, space also is not a permanent thing or absolute thing. It is again for vyavahar, for transaction, for interaction, for communication, you need space. Space is also relative. So therefore he says, Kva bhati dik kala katha vina asman. Vina asman means without us. Where does the talk of space and time appear? The katha, the discussion about space and time can happen only if this body is there. He wants to say that. Dik kala. Dik means actually direction. Directions are superimposed on space. So same space is called north, south, east, west. It is space only. Mental concept is there that this is called north, this is called south, this is called east, this is called west. So now, very interesting point he is bringing here. He says, Dikkala Leela iha vapur vayam chet. Vapu means this body. If we are the body, then only the concept of time and space will be there. If body is not there, then you cannot measure time nor you can measure directions. Because these directions, from where they start and where all these directions end. Very interesting point. They starts from me and end in me only. Suppose if I say that I am standing in particular direction, north facing, I am facing north. So from where this north is starting from me only. This direction is called north and behind me is called south. So from where this south direction start? From me only. East and west, they come and merge here. If I turn my face, back, then what I will say? Behind me, book is there. But if I turn my face again, then what I say? Book is in front of me. So front and back is related to me, where I stand, what is my position. There is no absolute thing which can be called as, north or south or east or west. North becomes south, south becomes west if I change the direction of my face. There was one cup and it has got one handle, So somebody asked, where is this handle? Which side is the handle of cup is there? So that person, he was thinking, he said, if I said left side, he will move it and he will say, no, it is in the right. So what he replied, he said it is outside. Neither left side nor right side. It is outside. Correct answer. So it is so relative. If there is a building and there are 3 floors are there, ground floor, first floor, second floor. A person who is living in the 3rd floor, he will say people, living downward, people living in the 2nd and 3rd floor, they are very good people. Now for that person, these people are living, below. Means he will point out downward. He said, these people. But a person who is living in the ground floor, when he will talk about the person who is living in 2nd floor, he says, person who is living in, 1st floor is very good person. Now the person who is in the middle, he is in the middle only. But how the person, is looking at that, from which direction, according to that person will be called whether he is above or below. So point is relative. Where my position is there, according to that I will measure. So, vina asman ko bhati dikkala. And vina asman means without this body. Body is living in the space and time. And in relation with body, all these things can be discussed. Suppose there is no body. Like in deep sleep, there is no identification with this body. Then there is no concept of any direction or any time. Every day in deep sleep, for 8 hours, we experience timelessness and spacelessness. Means I become spaceless and timeless. I don't feel that I am at particular point I am there. There is no concept of space. And for this much time I slept, completely I am unaware of that. Because that body identification is not there. So therefore he says, Vina asman dikkala leela iya. It is the leela of this body only. Vapu. And then he says, if we transcend this body, think about a state where I am not aware of this body, like in deep meditation, in samadhi. Then there is no experience of space. Then I cannot say that I am sitting at particular place for particular time, because consciousness doesn't have any space or time. See, please note it that a limited thing which has got some form can be called as that it is in time or in the space. But that thing which doesn't have any shape or form, where there is no limit, no conditioning, then that thing cannot be placed at particular, space. So consciousness is no form. So how can you say that consciousness is only in the body? Like they say God is only in the temple. That is not true. Since I cannot experience that God everywhere, so our great people, they say you must build a temple so that at least when you go there you will remember him. But it doesn't mean that he is there only. So similarly, when we see ourselves as body, then yes, left side is there, right side is there, front side is there, something is above, something is below. But in the center of all direction, I am there. And I am means this body. So he said, na kwapi bhamo, na kadapi bhamo. If you go beyond body, mind, intellect, then you will feel that you are everywhere. Vayam tu sarvatra sadacha bhama. We are, here he is using vayam. Vayam means again me. Actually vayam means we. With respect he is saying that when we look at ourselves as consciousness, then sarvatra means, the literal meaning of sarvatra means all pervading, everywhere. But the implied meaning means will be that I don't have any form. Formlessness. I am formless. So that nirakaratva I will experience. Sarvatra. And sadacha bhama, I am shining always, everywhere. Not only I will be shining only in meditation or only when I am doing puja or when my mind is quiet. All this description is relative description. So when I shift my attention from body to consciousness, then I will see that I am not limited by some boundaries. There are no limitations. So sarvatra and sarvada. Sarvatra indicates that there is no limitation of space. Sarvada indicates that there is no limitation of time. So space and time, they are two very powerful factors, and they are very useful as far as our day-to-day, actions and performance of all duties and Vyavahar is concerned. But from absolute standpoint, space and time are only concept. We have decided that this is called north direction, this is called south, this is called east. It is our creation only. Only space was there, that's all. We superimpose. Same way we experience sequence, then we feel that time is there. Dinayaminyo sayam prata shishira vasanto punarayata. All these seasons are changing. Day and night they are passing. So I say this is called day, night. If we see the essence of all these things, what is the truth of this time and space? Then the truth is only consciousness. On consciousness, all these concepts are superimposed. And the person who realizes this, then he has no fear of space and time. He becomes fearless because he sees that there is no death. A thing which is conditioned by time will have death, will die. Why he becomes fearless? He becomes fearless because consciousness is free from this time. So there is no fear of dying or changing or perishing. So now in the next verse, he is talking about such realized man, realized person, man of wisdom, who has understood the reality of this time and space, and one who is well established in true nature, one who has got vision of truth. How is his life? How is his vision? That is said in verse number 19. We will read this and we will see its meaning in the next class. Dehatma bhave kyajadau samanau ekasya dehe rudidipta atma akramya deham cha jagatcha purnaha parasya meyam tanumatramatma dehatma bhave gyajadau samanau ekasya dehe rudidiptatma akramya deham cha jagatcha purnaha parasya meyam tanumatramatma. He says, Dehatma bhave gya jadau samanau. Samanau means the same. When we compare an ignorant person and a realized master, we will see that both of them, they have got body and body consciousness. Both of them, they act in this world. Both of them, they talk, walk, everything is same. So from outer appearance, you cannot make out that this person is ignorant and this person is realized person. From outside, both appear same, but there is difference in something which is inside. Concept of self is different. Concept of me is different. Ignorant person thinks that he is body only. Whereas this realized master, he says, I am that pure consciousness. So very interesting this verse, we will see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.